Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, hello everyone. My name is Laila Fitria Andriani, but you can call me Lila or Laila or whatever you are comfortable with. It is such an honor for me to have an opportunity to speak in front of you all, and I hope you are in a great condition right now. Before I start my speak, I want to say sorry if later you will find some words or sentences that you cannot understand well, because I'm still learning and speaking English and I'm trying my best. But before I share you my story, I wanna ask you something, guys. Have you ever heard about mental disorders, or have you ever read about mental illness, or have you ever encountered with someone that has an anxiety disorder? Maybe some of you have and some of you have not. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to share you my story to open our eyes about anxiety disorder. So, mental disorder by definition is a behavioral or mental pattern that causes significant distress or impairment of personal functioning, and one of its cluster is anxiety disorder, in which the sufferer experiences uncontrollable feeling of anxiety and fear. At first, I don't really aware of anxiety disorder. I have read some articles that say a lot of celebrity struck by anxiety disorder, being attacked by anxiety disorder, and as there's no one around me who has an anxiety disorder, I don't even aware of it, so I just read it and I just do another thing. But months ago, one of my closest relative collapsed in school, so we took him to a hospital, and there he was diagnosed with GERD, and is a stomach illness. But after that, he's been complaining about his pain in chest, feeling restlessness, feeling fear of anything. At first, I had an assumption that maybe he has an anxiety disorder, but I denied it. My family too thought that it is just the symptoms of his previous illness, which is GERD. So we just told him to rest more. But week after that, he started to avoid everything. He started to avoid school. He started to avoid meeting people. He started to avoid his friends. So that made us confused, and we decided to brought him to a psychologist. In there, he done a lot of tests about psychology. I don't know exactly what the tests are or what they are talking about, but after the psychologist examined my close relative, she told us that he has an anxiety disorder, which I don't imagine it at first. I don't even imagine that my family being attacked by anxiety disorder or has an anxiety disorder. So we are very confused because we don't even aware of anxiety disorder, and we don't know what to do. We didn't know what to do. What kind of actions did we have to do for him, how to start a conversation with him? So we just stand beside him all day. And what made me more sad is when his friends one by one started to left him. It made me really sad. Had I ever known it before, had I didn't deny that he has an anxiety disorder, maybe he could receive an earlier treatment of anxiety disorder, but I denied it, and that made me sad until now. Although he's doing okay right now after several treatment and support from his loved ones, thankfully he's doing okay now. So what I'm trying to say in here is we don't need to avoid anxiety disorder. We have to face it together, we have to accept it. I'm here to urge you to be more aware of anxiety disorder. Anxiety disorder is not a flaw, it is just a human feature. There are 264 millions of adults that has an anxiety disorder based on research that I have found. But only 36.9% individuals with anxiety disorder have received a treatment. Everyone anxiety disorder is highly treatable. And by this data only that I have told you, we can conclude that our society is not aware of anxiety disorder. We as a human being, we have a responsibility, we have an obligation to help those in need, to support those who has anxiety disorder. But how can we help them? How can we support them? And I think we can support them by learning how anxiety disorder works. By learning how it works, we can know the symptoms of anxiety disorder, the signals of anxiety disorder. How can we cope with it? What kind of actions that we have to take? So let's say if there is someone around us who show a symptom or symptoms of anxiety disorder, we know how to help them. We know what kind of actions that we should take in order to support help them. That is why it is so important for us to learn how anxiety disorder or other mental disorders work. I have realized that there are so many people actually who really have anxiety disorder, but they think that they have no power. They have no power to make a movement or to change the world to become a better world. But personally, I think that everyone in this world have the same opportunity to make a movement, to create a change in this world. That is why it is important for us to come together as one, hand in hand, to support those in need, to support individuals with anxiety disorder with our power. We can create a powerful power to support them, to make a change in a health system, to make a change in this world, to become more better, to become a better world. By working together, I believe that we can bring a change in this world, bring a peace in this world, and create a community with a good mental health. By working together, we can support those individuals who has an anxiety disorder so they can receive a better treatment, a good treatment. As J. Ronald Sider has said that no one can do everything, but everyone can do something, and together we can change the world. I do hope that a lot of people will be more aware with anxiety disorder and can work together to support those individuals who has an anxiety disorder. Thank you so much for your nice attention. Thank you so much for listening to my speech. I'm so sorry if there are a lot of mistakes that I made, or there are some words who you cannot understand, and maybe there are some words that not suitable, but I'm so sorry once again. Thank you so much for your nice attention, and see you in another occasion. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.